What's up, movement? How's it going? Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the Lunch and Learn. Let me go ahead and highlight my screen here. Can you guys hear me okay and see my camera all right? Awesome. Thank you, guys. So we got a lot of updates to go through today. Excited about what's happening here with the movement. I'm seeing a level of engagement, excitement, enthusiasm like I haven't seen in a long time. And guys, that's what happens when you're at the right place at the right time. You have phenomenal products that you believe in, and our CEO and our founder, Dallin and Daniel, they put us in a position to win. So really excited about what we're doing. And so a couple of things that I want to share with you guys today. I really have been praying about where we are as a team, where we're going, and what the next what does the next level look like for us as a team. And so think of this as movement 2.0, right? Where are we going to that next level? It's time for us to start really taking our business serious. And so how many of you guys are looking to take your business to the next level? And what I mean by that is not just say it, but actually let it show on paper. Like, hey, I'm ranking up to the next levels, right? I'm really going out there and my income is going to start to match what I'm doing and all the efforts. If that's you, I see some of you guys chiming in. Type in a number 1 if you guys are looking to make serious moves in 2021 and you're looking to do that in a real way, not just for 21 days, not just for 30 days or for 6 months or 6 weeks until it gets tough and then you go back. Because here's the deal, guys. Everybody right now, by this time, it's the 20th, is already pretty much fallen off of their New Year's resolution. You guys, most people have already gotten back to eating bad. They stopped working out and they're back to their same old song and dance. Okay. And so with that being said, we are looking to take things to the next level with our company and with our team. And so what I want to do, so I want to start off first is talk to you guys and introduce you to the 4 pillars of the movement. Okay. And so these are 4 things that I think are very important. I want you guys to know who we are, what we're about, what every decision we make is going to be kind of tied to, right? One of my dad actually was my very first mentor in business as well. And he said, Mario, listen, when you have a mission and a vision and everybody understands and clearly knows what it is, when you make decisions, if you can always tie it back to the mission, if you could always tie it back to the vision, then it'll be easier for them to always understand it. Because it's like, oh, that makes sense as it pertains to what we're trying to accomplish. Okay. And so, guys, the 4 pillars by which our team is going to be built, first and foremost, is faith, right? You guys obviously know that I'm a man of God and a family man, and I'm a man of faith. And I know many of you guys are as well. And so I think it's so important, especially in this day and age, that we have a place where you can worship God. You can, and not be ashamed to do so. But not only that, guys, I want you to start having faith in yourself, okay? Because I don't think many people really have enough faith in their own self, in their own abilities, in their own desires, in their own dreams, and their own skill sets and experiences. And so if you're hearing this for the first time in this group, so be it. Listen, you guys are worth it, okay? You guys have the ability to achieve all of your dreams, but you have to have faith in yourself. And what is faith? The Bible says that faith is believing without seeing. Some of you guys, maybe you don't see that yet, but you've got to believe it, okay? You've got to be able to believe it. So second thing is effort, okay? So we are going to be the team that leads the way from effort perspective. We're going to outwork anybody else out there. Is there anybody in the team, okay, and I know somebody's going to say it's me being a joker, but is there anybody here who's afraid of hard work? I don't think so, right? Everybody here is not, we're all ready and willing to roll up our sleeves and do the work necessary, especially if it's for you. One of my first mentors said, Mario, people are going to be willing to work harder for themselves and for their own business than they will for somebody else. Many of you guys put in all the extra effort. You guys do all that you need to do at your job. You go above and beyond, and that's not even your business. You could be walked out to the current moment. So it's time that we start to put the effort forth and sell out for our own business, okay? Third thing is simplicity, and that's what we're gonna talk a lot about today. I believe there's a couple of things that I wanna make sure we accomplish this year. Number one is we wanna keep everything as simple as possible, okay? Because if we can keep it as simple as possible, we're gonna duplicate way faster. As I look back over the last year or so, I see too many dead bodies on the side of the road. And what I mean by that, okay, is too many people who got excited and for whatever reason didn't continue with their business. They didn't really do anything with their business. Now, mind you, we're always gonna have a certain amount of dead bodies because this is a business that requires people to get uncomfortable. It requires people to do what they've never ever done before. So we're always going to have a certain amount of dead bodies, but I believe by keeping it a lot more simple and making our system a lot more, like, I guess, user friendly is a good term, that we're going to be able to move faster, especially with the new packages that we have. So we're going to come back to simplicity in just a few minutes. And then the fourth is community. Okay, for those of you guys that made it out to our event, our virtual convention on Saturday and even Friday at our office, how cool was it to just be around one another again, right? To be able to laugh together. You know, David and I, David Wada is our gold leader. We rolled up the warehouse style garage door on the backside, and we watched part of the convention standing outside smoking a cigar. Probably not the most healthiest thing in the world, but you know, building community. I believe people stick and stay in this company because they just want that they feel they have things in common with. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know if maybe it's because I'm getting older or what, but more and more I look around and I'm like, man, I don't know that I have a lot in common with the general population anymore, right? I'm like looking at people and I'm like, yeah, I don't get that. Like, I'd rather be about growth. I'd rather be about getting better. I'm not down with handouts. Like, I don't need to be supported by the government. Like, I want to be around people who look at the cup half full and not half empty, right? I want to be around people who you know, want me to succeed, not people who are going to try and step on me so that they look better. And so I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that we have a community that you guys feel welcomed in, that you guys feel appreciated in, but a community kick you in the butt when you need it, okay? Because we all need people to help us level up. We all need people that are going to help us to be better than we are right now, because I don't think there's anybody on this Zoom, myself included, that is excited about where I'm at, you know, in my business, that is excited about where I'm at in my life. I want to get better. And the only way to do that is to get around people who are going to make me better. Fair enough? Okay. So now, second thing we're going to talk about today, and this is an announcement, and we're going to talk about this. Francoise talked about it last night as well. But if you are a platinum on the line or above, okay, starting pretty much immediately, you guys, unless there's a specific reason, you guys should be taking your own connect calls. Because here's what's happening. Any which one of you guys probably, and because I kind of see everything, everybody probably has a good 3 to maybe 5 or 6 people above them that have people who can do connect calls for them. Does that make sense? Am I freezing out? How's my audio, guys? Okay, all right, let me try. Give me 1 sec. I got new internet and it still sucks. Hold on, let me go and try to get into a better spot. Hold on 1 sec, guys. All right, so I think this is better. Can you guys hear me better now? All right, so so that said, guys, platinums and above are going to be taking their own connect calls now. Okay. And so why this is because remember, we're going to be working towards a place of simplicity. My ultimate goal is to create a place where connect calls aren't even necessarily needed. Okay. Where you or your new person can just show a video to somebody, and then all of a sudden that person knows enough, they have enough of what they need, and they can get started in the business. So the reason behind this is because every single one of you guys right now, when you look at your diamond text, you have probably 3 to 5, maybe even 6 people above you that are there and available to take connect calls. But as we grow and more people come in, it's becoming more and more difficult for those 5 or 6 people to take calls from everybody. So this is a good problem to have, okay? But it's a problem nonetheless. So if you're a platinum or above, okay, you are now commissioned to pique somebody's interest, schedule a call, and show. We're going to work on, actually, that's why I got a haircut today. I'm driving down to the office, and I'm going to film a couple of different connect call videos for you guys. And all of your upline, all the leaders, they're going to be working on their own connect calls as well. And so you're going to have a plethora of calls to choose from. So for instance, let's say you have somebody who is, maybe a real estate guy, or, and you think that they'll fit really good in hearing my story. Then when you pique their interest, they say, yeah, I'm interested. Cool. What time can you talk? I'll get you all the details, right? Tomorrow at 10. Perfect. That's your call. And then you think and you look, you're like, all right, I'm going to use Mario's video because I think he'll work really well with Mario. Now, if that person, you think they'd work very well with, Tanya, you can use their video. But we're going to house all of the videos at the UCrew Nation website. So you can actually go there and use Lauren's video. You can use, Lindy's video. You can use Dr. Sebastian's video, Chad's video, anybody's video that you want that you think would fit with that particular person. Because what we're going to do, and no, we're not going to use, okay, hold on. Somebody asked, can we use the VVE from last night with, no, Barbara, because we don't give somebody a 50-minute presentation. That's a PowerPoint. It's a good question, but we don't give somebody a 50-minute presentation when you just pique their interest. You said, hey, I want to, break it down for you. Okay, you get them on the call and you say, hey, Chad, so I appreciate you taking some time, man. This is what I typically do with my new people. A lot of my people I don't know. So I'll say, hey, Chad, so real quick, do we know one another, or is it just like over social media? And he'll probably say, no, I just follow you we follow each other on Instagram. Oh, cool. Well, maybe spend like 1 minute and just kind of break it down. Share with me, who's Chad? What do you do? Where do you live? Oh, well, I live in Canyon Lake. I own a couple businesses. I'm married, got children, and, yada, yada. Oh, cool. Well, let me tell you my story real quick. So, I come from the education space, and blah, blah, blah. And I can, and this is for platinums and above, by the way. So it's mainly our leaders. So leaders, I'm going to spend some more time with you on this, but essentially ask them what they do, share your quick testimony, and say, hey, real quick, Chad, before we get started, I'm going to send you a quick video. And it's with my business partner. I asked him to put together a video just to kind of get you the high level of what we're doing. I don't know if this is for you or not. Okay. I just want to get you some education, help you to understand what we're doing. Okay. Let me know when you get it. Cool. It's going to be a 3 or 4 minute video, right, from one of the leaders. And it should guide them to that next step. It's a simple process, right? That's what we're going to get to. And that's why I'm going to probably spend a couple hours there, because I got to make sure I hone it down properly. But we want to get them to a place where they're ready to move forward. Hey, listen, it's a simple process. People are either A, I just want to be a customer. B, I really like it and I'd like to join the team as well. Or C, I want to learn a little more. And if so, maybe we can schedule a time to talk to one of our other partners. So when you're done with this call, let Chad know if you're an A, B, or C, and he'll guide you in the appropriate directions. Otherwise, man, I look forward to meeting you someday in person. Now, when Chad finishes watching that video, I'm going to say, hey, man, so what do you think? Are you an A, B, or a C? Oh, I'm definitely a B. Okay, cool. Well, let's talk about that. You take them in that direction. I'm going to send you, these are the different startup packages. And you guys have heard me say this, I am going to beat to death the Live Well package. How many of you guys, type in number 2 if you think the Live Well package is just absolutely ridiculous? Type in number 2. Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, Amway, Herbalife, Isagenix, Nu Skin, they've built billion-dollar, not million, billion-dollar companies on a 250 price point, okay? There's tons of money in it. See, because you're going to run across people, and if you do a good enough job sharing with them the appropriate videos and answering a certain amount of questions for them, okay? Now we're talking to the platinums, okay? So don't get scared if you're not a gold or you're not a platinum or anything like that. You guys are still using traditional connect calls, okay? You don't have to take your own calls. But I want to get to a place where every single person, all we got to do is send the video and everybody type in JPP. Just push play. JPP. JPP stands for just push play. How many of you would love to build a business where all you have to do is share your quick testimony and just push play? Right? So that's what we're getting. So first things first is we're going to get some updated Connect Call videos for you leaders. We're going to have those in by Sunday night. And so that way we can have them take a look at them, have them edited, and have them up and ready for people. So JPP, all right? So the third thing we're going to talk about is for those of you guys that are, not to gold yet, so from anywhere from star all the way up to gold, you're still taking doing Connect Calls traditionally, where you say, hey guys, I've got a Connect Call tomorrow at 10 o'clock Eastern, 10 o'clock Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. Can somebody help me? So your Connect Call leaders want to be available for the folks that aren't promoted yet, but also for brand new people. Now, at that time, I want to make sure we're all clear. We are sending the Liposomal Advantage 2020 video. Do not send We Are Viseo. And I know you're going to hear this. You'll hear different, like Ricky uses the We Are Viseo. I'm telling us, and he knows this, we use the Liposomal 2020 Advantage. It's 2 minutes. It breaks down the technology. So real quick, while I have you guys here, let me make sure we understand how to connect the call itself. So I get on the phone, right? Let's say I'm calling Chad is my prospect, and Jeff is the one who's going to do the Connect Call. So I pick up the phone, and I said, Chad, how are you, brother? He's like, good, man. How are you? Awesome. Hey, before we get started, I'm going to shoot you a quick video. It's like 2 minutes. It's just going to break down how the technology works on this product. It's basically what sets us apart. Let me know if you got it. So I text him over that video, Liposomal 2020, 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes. Okay, just watch that. So he's watching it with you on the phone. Now I hit add call, and I call Jeff. Hey, Jeff, I've got Chad on the other line. Okay, now guys, if there's anything, here's what I want you guys to know. There's a couple of times this has happened, and it's not a good look, okay? The person waits till the video is done. They say, okay, I'm gonna call my partner, and then they call me with the person live on the line. And they're like, hey, Mario, are you ready? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Okay, Andre, are you there? And I'm like you, because sometimes I like to say, okay, who is this person, right? So don't ever bring them on until, watch the video, go get them. And then even when if I get Jeff on the phone, I'm not going to merge him back to Chad until I've at least touched base with Jeff a second. So what would I say? Why would I need that? So Jeff might say, okay, who is this person? His name's Chad. I know him from the gym. He's got abs of steel. He hasn't had a carb since 1984. I'm just kidding. But if Chad is like an alpha guy, if Chad is like a red, I want Jeff to know that, because Jeff's going to know how to handle that call, right? If Chad is someone who's very like attention to detail, very analytical, I want Jeff to know that, so that he knows how to take the call. So I'm going to say, I think he's kind of like an alpha guy. I think he's a red. He's probably an athlete, owns a couple gyms, really good guy, family man. And so Jeff's going to say, okay, cool, let's do it. So we merge the call back. Jeff is just going to be quiet. He's not going to say anything until I direct it. So I'm going to say, hey, Chad, let me know when you're done with that video. He's probably going to say, all right, I'm done now. Cool. Write this down, guys. This is the most important part. Awesome. So Chad, check it out. while you were on the phone, or while you were watching that video, I'm sorry, I took the liberty of bringing on my business partner. His name's Jeff Gonzalez, and really it's because I'm brand new. I just asked him to share his story with you and maybe answer some of your questions, okay? So real quick, before I connect you guys, let me introduce you. So Jeff, this is my buddy Chad. He owns a couple of businesses out here in Southern California. Very athletic guy, very fit, family man, and I just respect him a lot. Chad, this is my business partner, okay? Not my buddy, not my homie, not my dude, right? This is my business partner, right? Because I'm elevating him. This is my business partner, Jeff Gonzalez. He's mentoring me right now, but and if you were saying mine, right, you'd say, hey, he came out of the corporate space. He was a former executive there. He's been an entrepreneur for 10 years. He's one of the top leaders in our entire company. And I'm really honored that he's going to be here to just, share his story, maybe answer some questions. Okay. So with that being said, you just step back and hit mute. Okay. So that's how we do a connect call. And I want to make sure that we're all aware. I'm going to record this. It's going to be put out. So definitely come back and watch this again. Now, fourth update, and then we're going to get into kind of like a training, is make sure everybody that is on right now and everybody on your team, okay, is added to the Facebook groups, not just the U Crew Nation, but also to the movement. I know it's a little bit of a pain in the butt, but we do have a lot of stuff that's the same, but we do have updates that are a little different and that are pertinent to our team only. So make sure that you're adding all your people to the Facebook groups and welcoming them. Guys, don't ever forget, part of building a really good community is helping people to feel welcome. Imagine if you brought your new brand partner to an event and you just let him stand in the corner and you walked away from him and you started talking to all your friends. They're like, who's that guy? Oh, he's my new guy. Oh, so how was last weekend, right? No, you would take that person around and introduce them to all the people on the team and you'd make them feel welcome. That's part of adding them into the group. And then the last thing is, before we go into the update, which is the big one, is make sure everybody's getting added to the WhatsApp groups. You don't have to welcome them there. You can if you like. I know. Mario, there's so many updates on WhatsApp. I get it. Listen, it's a necessary evil. It is what it is. And it's not going away. We may be moving off of WhatsApp to another platform, but that's a corporate decision. And hopefully that happens. But so that said, now let's talk about our new process. So one of the things that I've really been seeing for a good long time in regards to our process is when people go to the one-on-one training, I just feel like it's a lot of information for a new person. If there's anybody who's had somebody go to the one-on-one training, or you've gone to the one-on-one training and you just felt like overwhelmed, or you're like, whoa, this is a lot of info for a part-time little side hustle, type in a number 3 if you've had that happen to you or somebody on your team or somebody shared that with you. Yeah, okay. So remember, a lot of times, guys, we tell folks like, hey man, Jeff, listen, if you got 3 to 5 hours a week, you can send out some text messages, send out some videos, maybe jump on some calls, you can be successful. So Jeff's like, yeah, I could do that. All right, yeah, man. So he gets started, he buys his Live Well pack, then we send him into the one-on-one training, and it's like being a freshman thinking about getting your bachelor's degree. You open it up and there's like annals of modules. I know I've had people who are very successful that are very busy. And the first thing they're like, they call me back. They're like, bro, I don't got time for this. Like, I can't sit here and watch all these videos, man. Like, I thought you just said I had to send out some text, put some people on the phone with you, right? Now, it's not to say that the information there is bad. I just believe it needs to be spoon-fed to them a little bit as they're progressing, right? Because if you make $1,000 check in your first month, your first month, made $1,000 your first month, and you barely, you're like, man, I just shared this with a couple people. Are you going to be a little bit more incentivized to learn a little bit more about the comp plan? Probably, right? Are you going to be a little bit more empowered and a little bit more excited to, learn more about ingredient? Yes. So as we help you to find success simply and quickly, you're going to be more incentivized to continue to learn, right? Guys, I was an emerald. Okay, I'm going to put myself on blast here. I was an emerald and probably were about 35 grand in before I understood how the cycles worked on the binary. Okay. And those of you guys don't even know what that is, you're welcome, right? Because the cycles were weird when we first started. I remember calling Ricky and I'm like, bro, you got to teach me how to calculate these cycles. And he was like, dude, worry about that later. Just keep going. You got all kinds of momentum. He's like, do you like that 40 grand in your V wallet? I was like, yeah. He goes, okay, then keep going. I was like, okay. So right now, out of the 52 people on here, there's probably 4 of you guys that are super analytical, and it's very important for you to learn all of that stuff. We still have the one-on-one training. So when you're going through this process, if you're launching somebody and you could tell that they're very analytical, tell them where to go to find additional resources, right? Go ahead and let them, scratch that itch for them. That's okay, right? But I think for the most part, most people are not that super analytical. They're just like, hey, just show me. We live in an instant gratification society. You can get food, a car to your house, I think a wife, everything, just boom, from your phone, right? Fast, now. So most people are like, whoa, I don't want to do all that. So we're going to go old school to a degree, okay? This is network marketing 101. So before I roll out this launch document, let me share with you a little bit of a cycle, okay? So when somebody gets started, you see on the left, they're a new brand partner. They select their package. We enter them into the diamond text, okay? Sorry, I got my nephews here. We enter them into the diamond text, and you welcome them. Hey, everybody, I've got Leanne here from Northern California. She's a real estate agent. She's a mom. She's a boss babe. She's awesome. We're super excited to have her on the team. Put her picture there. Everybody's going to say, hey, welcome, Leanne. Normally, what would we do? We'd put the little picture in there and send her to the one-on-one training, right? Now, what we're going to do is instead, after everybody's welcomed them, then I'm going to go back in there and say, hey, Leanne, let me know when you can do your launch call, okay? Schedule your launch Zoom. When can you do your launch Zoom? Within 24 hours. So we can get you coached up and trained and all that other good stuff. That's all I'm going to tell her. So she's going to look at her calendar and say, okay, I can do tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Perfect. Now I'm going to do that launch call for her. Okay. So now during the launch, okay, so tomorrow at 7 o'clock, we're going to get on Zoom. I encourage you guys to do this on Zoom. You can even do it in person if you want to. And being in person will make a hell of a difference. Okay. But for sure, being on Zoom, don't do this on a phone call, because there's a document that you guys are going to work through now. So on that launch Zoom, you're going to identify their why. You're going to teach them about the products, compensation plan, how to build a list, taking Viseo to their network, Smart Ship, which is our LCP. You're going to create some goals, and then you're going to talk about New Year's Eve. Okay, how are we getting there? Some of you guys are thinking right now, like, holy crap, that's a lot of work. That's network marketing 101, guys. Every single company you've ever seen or will ever see has a launch like that. What we've done, though, is we just put it online. And we just kind of like, hey, go do it. Okay. Now, I'm going to ask you guys some questions. Do you guys think that in the course of the however long you've been with the company, you've sent somebody to 101 and then they're at home by themselves and they log in and they go like this? What the hell? Are you kidding me? Chad said all I got to do is send some text messages out. This guy wants me to get a freaking degree, right? And then he goes, babe, look at this. This is nuts. Or do you think that you've sent 101 to somebody and they put it on and they're like, what? Okay, hold on. They're not paying attention. And then you go, hey, did you do your training? Yeah, I did it. No, you didn't. Or throughout the process, when they're listening to Ricky and Francois overcome objections, if they're not terrified, they're like, oh, dude, like there's no way in hell I'm going to be able to do this. See, as a leader, because we know this, and I know my leaders know this, our bottleneck as a team is duplication. We can recruit the hell out of the place. I mean, we had the #1 recruiter in all of the company on our team, Christina Gamet, right? We know how to recruit. The bottleneck in our business is duplication. But one of the first things that my mentor in corporate taught me is inspect what you expect, right? Inspect what you expect. So I expect them to do this training, but I'm not inspecting it at all. All right, so you did your 101? Yeah. So normally we get on the game plan call and I go like this. So Chad, any questions about 101 training? No, it's pretty straightforward. Okay, that's the level of inspection that I've given Chad on helping him get little did I know he put it on and went to play catch with his sons. Okay, so, and then we wonder why, man, he was so pumped up and he never did anything. It's because we're not doing what we're supposed to. Okay, so let's come back here. All right, so taking Viseo to their network, smart ship, smart goal, or smart ship goals and New Year's. Now, at that Zoom, we're going to create their goals. So we want them to get to star within 10 days, one on your right, one on your left. You want to reach out to your list of 100 within 72 hours, schedule at least 20 connect calls, and help 4 people come to your team. Okay, we also talked to them about creating their New Year's Eve board. How many of you guys have your board up and completed already? Type in a number 5 if you have your board up and it's hanging and it's something that's important to you and you're willing to actually, say, hey, look, I spent the time to do it. Kudos to you guys, right? Those people who do the little things will actually achieve the goals that they put out there. Because if you don't have it down on paper, you're never going to hit it. Okay. So now let's talk about the actual document. All right. I'm really pumped about this, guys. It's not anything that you're going to be like, what the heck? Whoa. It's simple, but we're going to teach people how to use this document. Okay. And then from there, we are going to duplicate massively. Okay. So let's do this. Boom. Why is it not showing this one? Okay. Can you guys see it? Okay. So we're going to walk through it now. So let's say I see Vanessa here. Okay. So we're going to launch Vanessa Palomino. Okay. So let me zoom in. Is that better now? You guys can zoom in a little bit. All right. So first thing we do, we sit down. We're on Zoom or in person. So Vanessa, this is your training and launch session. Okay. So it's going to be pretty interactive. And I'm going to, by the way, guys, for the sake of this, I'm going to go through it a little quickly, but usually it takes about an hour. Okay. So also something to write down. Never launch somebody without the person there that personally sponsored them. Now, if you personally sponsored them, okay, then you're probably the only one there. What I would say, let's say I'm Tanya, right? And I personally sponsor a brand new person, right? So if I'm the one who personally sponsors that person, hold on, I think I have a question here. Okay, so if I personally sponsor somebody, there's nobody between me and them. So I don't have anybody to shadow. I would call somebody who I think needs the help and say, hey, listen, I'm launching somebody today at 8 o'clock. You want to jump on and shadow? Because I want them to watch. But let's say, so I see Susanna. So Susanna is brand new to our team. Everybody say welcome, Susanna. I personally recruited her. So Susanna, I launched her last night using this method. And then she brings somebody in. I am going to launch Susanna's first 5 people with her. After that, guess who launches those people in that line? Susanna. Wait a minute. So you mean that I don't have to run everything in my whole business through every single goal or upline? Yes. This is where we start duplicating. Just to give you guys an idea, Jackie Vasquez, who's one of our platinum leaders, used to be with another company. And she actually, in that company, won the car bonus. And I think she won it in 6 months. She told me, Mario, I had no upline, zero. I got started and nobody was above me, but I had a checklist. I shared the information. When somebody got started, I said, check 1, check 2, check 3. I started launching people. I won the car bonus in 6 months. Okay. This is cookie cutter. It's turnkey. It's network marketing 101, but I'm telling you guys, it works. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, Vanessa, go ahead, and I'm going to be there. I'm going to be on my computer. So if I'm launching her, maybe I need to do a little bit of upfront work. So I'm going to say, Vanessa, your ID number, go ahead and write this down, because she's, again, I'm communicating ahead of time. I'm going to email this to her. Actually, I'm going to put this document on our Facebook page under files. So anybody can have it. You can download it there, and you can tell your new person to go there and download it, whatever. But before the call, Vanessa should already have this out in front of her. If she doesn't have it printed, it's okay. Don't stop the process. Have her get on the computer, share screen it, and have her write it down. So I'm going to say, Vanessa, write down your ID number. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Your upline sponsor is me. Okay. Your upline gold above me or above, for me, it's going to be Ricky. So write down Ricky. Okay, Ricky Untermeyer. Your Viseo website is going to be office2.viseo.com. And when they change that, it'll just be the one. I'll update it. Your login is going to be boom, boom, boom. Your password is here, and Viseo corporate number is there. So if you need help, questions, things like that, there you go. Okay, now let's talk about our weekly calls. This is what you want to get plugged into as much as possible. I would tell you, attend about 90+% of what's on here, or 100 if you can. Every morning at 8 a.m. we do a wake-up call, explain what that is. UCrew Nation on Tuesday at 6:30, Lunch and Learn Wednesday at 1 o'clock. A View Viseo event, short version, 6 o'clock on Thursday, and then the full version Saturday at 12. Every Sunday night at 5 o'clock, we have a sizzle call. Always check WhatsApp in case times get moved or rescheduled or anything like that. You good there? Yes, awesome. So let's talk about your why. First things first, I will tell you, time out. Let's step outside of this training, guys. We did a very poor job, or we've done a very poor job talking about people's why. Talking about your why is everything. Everything, or at least I'll just speak to me. When I get on the phone with somebody for a long time, hey, you did your one-on-one training? Yeah, any questions? Good, okay, good. Now let's talk about your LCP and let's talk about how to recruit. I didn't say, hey, Vanessa, tell me about your why. Well, you know, I want to da-da-da-da-da. Well, how does that make you feel? You know, it really sucks. Okay, well, what are you willing to do about that? Well, I'm willing to da-da-da, and really drive depth. Okay, spend a minute and write that down. 80% of success in this industry comes from your motivation. Example, more money, freedom, retirement, debt, etc. Why do you want to do this business? What do you want to get out of it? Spend time there, guys. Because in a week when Vanessa is not doing well, I'm going to call her and be like, I thought you said you wanted to retire Bobby. Oh, I do. Are you sure? Come on, girl, where you at? You're giving yourself ammunition to help your people. And we're skipping over that. So spend a few minutes on their why, right? So then next one, okay, we're going to talk about is products. Okay, so let's learn about our Viseo products. So I'm going to send you a quick video, Vanessa. It's the UCrew Nation's product overview video. Let me know when you get it. And I do this. I did it last night. Doop. Okay. Did you get it? Yeah. Go ahead and watch that. I'm going to be right here. And I literally went like this. Okay. Tell me when you're done. And I waited. Okay. I'm done. Awesome. Now, obviously, they're all new to you. I'm not asking you to be Albert Einstein on the science, but anything that sticks out to you, anything you want me to talk about, yeah, you know, okay, so what does that Renew product do? Okay, Renew is da-da-da-da. There you go. Also, additional product info can be found on your Viseo app under product resources. So they have like PDFs there. So if you're that person that needs to kind of go and dig in on that, go knock yourself out, okay? But here's where you're going to get people that are going to be like, yeah, I just really feel like I have to study on all the products. No, you don't, right? If you want to, you can, but it's not necessary in order to build a big business, especially coming out of the gates, okay? So, hold on. That's tough. All right. So the next one, I'm just reading your response, Vanessa. The next one, guys, is Vanessa, I want you, now, here's what I say. Vanessa, you got the Live Well pack, right? Yeah. Okay. Have you got your products yet? Yeah, they just came in this morning. Awesome. Okay, listen, I want you to commit to taking your products every single day for at least 60 days because everybody's bioavailability is different. Okay. And you want to be able to, over time, start to create your own testimony. So make sure you're going to do that. Can you commit to taking your products every day? Yeah. Do you have an idea of where you're going to take them? Do you guys know that? How do you know that you don't have people that got their products and they're not using them properly? I remember I took a group of people to Dallin's home. It was a group of our Asian leaders. And it was right when we were getting ready to launch CBD. They gave the bottle of CBD to this girl. She opened it and started putting it in her hand and then went like this. And everybody was like, no, 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 no. And then they obviously they speak Chinese. And so they were going in your mouth. And she's like, oh, okay. Right. I know somebody who put Renew all over their face as well. And it turned their whole face like a highlighter because they thought it was Beleza. So teach your people right now, like how to use the product, share your own experiences. Number 3, now we're going to talk about the compensation plan. Okay. So watch the compensation plan introduction video under Viseo, under business resources. So go ahead and guys, at this point, right, I actually told her like where to find the video. She downloaded the app. Okay. Go ahead and log in. I helped her get logged in. And I said, okay, do you see the Viseo app? Yeah. Click on that. Now go to business resources, collect see all. Okay. Hit Viseo. So I put, watch the Viseo plan introduction. Now this is key. Viseo pays us 8 different ways, but this video will cover 3, which are most relevant for the new brand partner. Guys, somebody who's brand new doesn't need to know about how override match works. They don't need to know how a rank advance bonus is earned, right? They just need to know how to put one on the right, one on the left. They need to know they get paid on a customer 60%. They get paid 20% on a new person joining the team, and they get 10% lesser leg on a commission for team commissions. That's what that video covers. Okay, go ahead and watch that, and I'll be right back. Shut your camera off and just wait. They come back. Any questions on that? Yeah, I think that's pretty good. So just know every time somebody comes on a call and they say no, we get them as a customer, okay? And this is one thing that I learned yesterday from Mark Ewell. He said, I don't get no's, I get customers. And he's going to come on. Mark Ewell's going to be doing a training for us soon. And he's going to give you guys some verbiage on how to get customers every time somebody says no, that's killer. Can you imagine if every time you got a no, you and everybody in your downline got a customer? What would that do to your LCP? Because our products work. How often do we get a customer off of a no? Not often at all. That's another bottleneck. Number 4, creating our prospecting list, which is the lifeblood of our business. We talk about creating a list. We talk about not prejudging, right? We think about the most successful people. We recruit up, and then we give them a memory jogger. Who do you know that owns a business? Self-employed, somebody like in real estate, fitness people, 6-figure earners, happy people. Nobody wants to join Debbie Downer. Don't get Debbie Downer in your downline, okay? And then put this. So listen, Vanessa, whenever somebody sees the business or when they're going through the process, they're already thinking about people, right? So who are the top 12 people that you can think of? These are your best friends, right? Your BFFs, your parents, your siblings, people you would call in the middle of the night if you got a flat tire other than AAA, and happy people. Put them down. Go ahead. I'm going to wait. Right? I was launching somebody yesterday and they were like, well, I can only get 10. I was like, all right, well, push yourself. I'm waiting. And she was like, all right. So she got to 12. Again, are we going through this process with our people now? No, we're not. Okay. So we got it. And then we also, here's what I also understand. When they're at home watching the video and it says, get to a list of 100. And they're like, this is the face they're making at home. Man, I don't even know 100 people. Timeout. Yes, you do. But you don't know 100 people that you think will do this business. So when we're face to face in a launch, I could have that conversation. I can overcome that objective because it's the person who watched that on 101, had that thought, I don't know 100 people. They do their launch And then 4 or 5 days from now, I'm like, hey, how's it going? I'm not seeing any connect calls. Oh, I text everybody. No, you didn't. You text the 10 people that you thought would do the business, and I never had an opportunity to help coach you through that because I wasn't there inspecting what I expect. So this is how we're going to start kicking this bad boy into high gear, guys. Okay. Number 5, talk about taking Viseo out to their marketplace. Vanessa, I'm going to send you a couple of scripts. Boom. Did you get them? Awesome. Okay. So these are the 4 ways that we approach people: immunity, CBD, protein shakes, or Beleza. You can decide how you want to take this out to your people. We talk about what sort, not sell works. We talk about looking for the lookers. We talk about keeping it simple, keep them curious. I set some goals for them. Your top 12 in 24 hours. Those top 12 you wrote there, we want to get to them tonight. Okay. Text remaining 100 within 72 hours. You're going to get people interested in learning about this, and you're going to set up a connect call. Here, you're going to teach them how to do a connect call. Okay. After the connect call, your prospect will become a business partner, brand partner, a customer, or want more information sent to them. We will help you with that. Okay. We're going to help coach you through that. Okay. So now, if your upline will walk you through, scheduling the connect call, how to like role play, which what we already did. If there is a time that your upline support team is not available, Vanessa, then I'm going to send you this video. Boom. It's called the connect call video. So let's say you schedule a video for 10 o'clock on Sunday and all your peoples are in church. Don't cancel it. At the time of the call, call them, show them this, then answer any of your questions, and then maybe that'll help. Okay. Okay. So set that up ahead of time. Now, number 6, Smart Ship. LCP is gone. It's called Smart Ship now. It's your monthly purchase. We don't have quotas or sales, so we talked them through that. We maintain a all sale volume that has accumulated on a monthly basis by being on your monthly purchase. So let's log into your back office and set up your auto purchase for 160 CV. Now, we're no longer endorsing people to do 80. Okay, here's the reason why, guys. That Live Well pack is what you need to be healthy, is what you need to grow in this business. I don't think there's anybody who I'm going to be on a launch call with that is satisfied with building a business and not at least going gold. You cannot be gold without 160. So we are no longer endorsing 80 CV just to dip your toe in the water. We're doing 160. So I want to see who's serious. I have obviously the ledger here of everybody who's on. I want to see who changes their LCP today from 80 to 160. If you do, go into the WhatsApp and say, I moved to 160 on my LCP. Okay. Who is, again, serious about going to the top with the company? And also tell them you can change your LCP at any time. So right now you have 160. Let's say it's the Live Well pack. And then in 2 weeks, you realize that you want all the creams. So you buy 4 creams. You could change it at any time you want, but we got to set it up, and we're going to set it up right now. Okay. Now, final 2 things we're going to do is we're going to create a plan of attack. Vanessa, the only thing you're going to do, and again, we're going to grow to this. Right now, she's still setting up connect calls. But down the road, I want to get it to a place where when I launch her, I'm like, look, you're going to send out 100 texts. And from that, you're going to get 2 people to join your team at least. 1 on the right, 1 on the left. We're going to help them do the same. Now you're a star maker. Guys, if you help your person go 1 right, 1 left, make yourself a star, and then help them be stars, you make $353. If they got started with the Live Well pack and you help them become a star and a star maker, they make $353. You made their money back like that. Okay. So first thing is become a star in 10 days, 1 BP on your right, 1 BP on your left. Now we want you to become a star maker in your first 21 days. Help them to become a star. Continue this process as many times as possible and as fast as possible. You're well on your way to financial freedom. Just that simple. Now we're going to talk about tools needed for success. We're going to get the Zoom app, WhatsApp, Viseo, Facebook for both team updates. And now we talk about our trip to New Year's, right? Personally enroll 21 people, accumulate 30,000 points in volume from those 21 people or anybody that's coming through them. Earn all expense paid luxury getaway for 2 to celebrate New Year's Eve 2021 with Viseo top performers. And we highly encourage you to create a 2021 board to track your progress, show them yours, and tell them when can you get your board done. Start having fun. I want every single person who comes onto the team to have a board, because not only are they going to have short 24, 72, 10-day, 21-day goals, they have a 90-day goal. First step is to get everybody committed for 90 days, because the products will work. They'll fall in love with the community and they'll find success. That's key. So I started moving a little faster, guys, just because I wanted to get through it, and I want to be respectful of your time. But how many of you guys are digging this adjustment? What do you guys think of the new launch document? Go ahead and put some notes in if you guys have any questions or anything like that. Love it. Yeah, like somebody like Tyler. Tyler, bro, you got 2 people. Now let Tanya launch like 4 or 5 of them. After that, you take that checklist and you create your own culture. Go, 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 go. All right, cool. So here's the deal. If you're a gold or above, you can start using the document now. Pretty much everybody can. But if you're a gold or above, you're going to be doing it for other people, but you do it for 5 times. After that 5 times is up, then they're doing it themselves for the new people. So let's say I'm not a gold yet. Let's say I'm a bronze. I've been in the business a year, and I'm under Alex. And so let's say it takes me 6 months to enroll 5 people, right? On that 6th time now, regardless of my rank, I launch my own people. Okay? Does that make sense? Any questions on that? Here's what I also love, guys. When you go through this process, you're going to start becoming empowered. I think that by sending people away, Eric Worre says there's 7 skills to becoming a network marketing professional, one of which is launching. And I think all of us have very like malnourished skills in launching, right? We've got to become a master launcher. The only way we're going to build a diamond business or a white diamond or a black diamond business is to teach people how to launch. And so there's so much good that comes from this document, guys. So I'm going to have this document up on our Facebook page. I'm also going to have the enrollment cycle page up there. We're going to be working on, hopefully by the end of this week, we'll have all new Connect Call videos for you guys. Now, what do we do, guys? Remember, we do 25 a day for 90 days. Gets us 2,250 people. 2,250 at a 10% conversion, you're going to have 220 people that say, yeah, I'm open. I'll look. You have 220 people in 90 days who say, yeah, I'm open. I'll look. At a 10% conversion, you just enrolled 22 people. This is how you hit and win your trip to New Year's. This is how you start momentum in your team. And when you start launching 21 people and that discipline starts to duplicate through your team, you're going to start getting a team that builds without you. How many of you guys want a team that builds without you? Because what's the goal, right? The goal, I was talking to Francoise yesterday. She goes, the goal is us chilling on the beach somewhere. I said, yeah, that's the whole point. I don't want to be in a white diamond and literally every single minute of the day, I'm tied to my phone. That's a lot of money, but that's not a good lifestyle. It's not. So our goal is to get you guys automated. The products speak for themselves. Dallin is paying the crap out of us, right? And so here's the other thing I want you guys to realize. You guys have a lot of full-timers or people who are part-time but can be almost full-time in your group. One of the biggest things that people struggle with when they get started is they're like, hey man, I work a full-time job. I'm doing this on the side. Do you want to be on my team? Sure. And everybody on their team is all part-timers. You guys have me as a full-timer. You have Tanya as a full-timer. Jackie's just about a full-timer. Okay. You've got Ricky that's a full-timer. You've got Francoise that's a full-timer. Holly, Corbin, guys, the simple fact that you guys have full-timers, that's a huge deal. It's a big advantage for you guys. So our job, let's get this transition taken care of. Get it smooth, get everybody going in the same direction. And then the next step that we're going to work towards is recruiting with the JPP, right? Somebody put, oh yeah, you know me. You down with JPP? Yeah, you know me. That's OPP. Come on, Diana. Naughty by nature. Oh. You down with OPP? Yeah, you know me. Okay, you down with JPP? Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm not funny. But I love you guys. I'm gonna record this. I'll put it up on the YouTube, and have a good day. Tomorrow, 8 a.m. wake up call, and tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Pacific, Diamond Lauren Richards is gonna be flipping the chart for us. Pack it out. Love you guys. Have a good one.